Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot reading for May 25th through the 31st of 2020. So we're back, and do be sure to check out your June 2020 readings. Those are going up as quickly as I possibly can do them. And happy birthday to all of my Geminis. It is now officially Gemini season. So stick around at the end, guys. I have some announcements like why I can't get into Instagram and why I haven't done my weeklies last week and why I wasn't able to do the May monthlies. So stick around at the end for those announcements. But let's get right into the astrology here. So a lot has happened astrologically, right? We can all feel that, right? Because of last week. We had 3 major outer planets go retrograde. So with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, all of these outer planets that are retrograding, they actually retrograde much slower because they are such large outer planets. So this is actually going to feel a lot similar to how we felt in January. And the reason for that is there's going to be possibly this return of an influence that was similar to that that happened at the outbreak actually of COVID-19 in January. So this is when Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all aligned on January 12th, kind of signifying the real beginning of the outbreak and the beginning of this whole COVID-19 situation. So I'll be interested to see at what this kind of energy brings up, especially, beginning this week and moving forward. We're just gonna have to keep an eye on it to make sure, we're not going into some type of second wave of it or something else. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on this and see where it's going. The only other really big thing astrologically that's happening is Thursday, May 28th, we have Mercury moving into Cancer. And later in June, it will be retrograding in Cancer. So watch out for that. It's gonna hit its pre-shadow June 2nd. All right, and with that, that's all the astrology for this week. So we're gonna get right into the reading now. Alrighty, Capricorns, we're using the Gustav Klimt here to look at your week ahead for the last week of May. Just a few more cards here. It's looking like a really nice week for you, honestly. This is a week of a lot of big changes. Like, I don't know what it is. As we move into June, the World card has been so present. And again, I feel like we're entering the world in a different phase than it has been in. With everything going on, the world is not the same as it used to be. And life is different. Things are different. Things are changing. What the heck? All right. Well, some powerful cards for you this week. A lot of powerful cards, actually. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana, which means that you have 1, 2, 3. You have 4 minor arcana, and one of them's a 10 and one of them's a king. So, I mean, it's a week. All right, the Sun and the King of Pentacles are your themes this week. There's a lot of happiness, things to rejoice. I feel like for a lot of you, this could be the beginning of some reconciliations. Again, watch out because it is Venus retrograde. So just watch out because things that might feel right now might not end up feeling right after Venus is done being retrograde. That's just a message I feel like I keep having to tell people because things seem really warm and exciting and wonderful. And oh my God, they're talking to me again. And that could actually be a good thing, but it's all about how we work through this. And if we let all of the weirdness and the retrograding nonsense get in the way of what is very real about what's coming in this week. With the Sun, again, this is the happiest card in the deck. It's joy. There's a sense of grounded peace and of being able to hold something very real, tangible, and material that you have wanted. It feels to me like you guys are getting a reward. You're either getting some money, some type of promotion. Maybe you're getting whatever work that you've been putting in is really getting a lot of really good eyes on it, compliments, people saying, you're amazing, here's your raise, here's a better opportunity for you. But whatever it is, there's a lot of celebration and it's making you feel amazing about yourself. There's a lot more confidence, there's a lot more happiness, and again, this sense of contentment, of liberation from the past. And especially with that, oh my gosh, hold on, almost lost the other card with it there. The World and the Four of Wands showing up again. There's this attainment of something greater. It's like you've reached a certain pinnacle. There's liberation and attainment of your goals, especially again in terms of business and love. We're entering this new chapter where things are balanced and where we're celebrating in harmony, where how far we've come, that we finally gotten to this place. For some of you, you know, this is the reconnection of a very powerful relationship and coming to a place of, you know, maybe now is the time for a new chapter. Are we ready for this, or are we not ready for this? And really seeing and judging where we're at, and if we have the same goals, if we can really make this work. What are the ways that we love, and what are our goals in love, and what are we looking for in a relationship that's truly going to fulfill us and make us happy? We're going to have to be very honest about that in relationships this week. Career is looking pretty interesting here. We get the Devil reversed, so we're breaking free of any situations we felt tied down, locked in, or stuck in. The Devil also, again, brings up all that nasty, nasty energy of just feeling like the situation that, you know, maybe the job just felt like, you know, yeah, I can do this stuff, but like they don't care about me, they don't respect me, or all this, you know, all that kind of stuff. Or it is that you've had a lot of financial issues and you're coming out of them this week. It does feel like you're experiencing either some help through friends and family, but whatever it is, you might be finding a new home for your work. You might be celebrating, again, stepping into a new position of power, or getting a better opportunity that breaks you free out of feeling very tied down and stuck, and like you have to stay in this, but you don't really like it, or it makes you very unhappy, but you feel you owe it to them, and you need to make money. You can't give these things up. So to me, this feels like we're realizing also what we really need in terms of a career and how we want to feel. Yeah, we're noticing that. We're going to start, if we've been stuck in a Devil situation, you want to break free, you want to start looking for that 10 of Cups there. And what's going to give you that? What's really going to benefit you creatively? What's going to, you know, benefit all your skills and strengths, rather than what is most practical and that you feel stuck to because of X, Y, and Z reasons, which is stupid. Anyways, well, it's not stupid. You're an earth sign. I get it. I get the same way. 6 of Cups, but I think some of us need to be told sometimes, you know, getting too stuck on those things, it is stupid. Stop thinking about those things all the time. It's going to be okay. Everything else follows. 6 of Cups here is in love. So I'm not surprised to see the 6 of Cups with Temperance. Again, people coming back from the past, reconciliations, a sense of, you know, somebody from the past maybe offering you love, seeing how you're doing. Let's get back together. Let's, you know, but what we have to make sure with the Temperance card is that we're maturely adapting to the situation. Somebody could be coming back and pulling those heartstrings and saying this and doing that, making us feel a certain way and want to go back to how it was. But we have to make sure that we are in alignment as we move forward. We have to make sure that we're maturely adapting as we move forward. We can't just go back and reset it at, you know, where we last left off. When you get back together with somebody, and it's interesting, I was reading this actually like in a comic like recently, and they brought this up, and I was like, that's a very good point. You know, you can't, when you want to get back together with someone, you can't just start off from where you left off. You have to start from square one. Okay, you have to go back, and you need a clean slate here. So for those of you who want to get back together with somebody, it's going at this with a clean slate and a maturely adapted, you know, way to approach this relationship and move forward into it. You can't be taking the baggage from the past. You can't be taking the insecurities. You can't be taking the less mature qualities from each of you and from the past relationship into this new one. So if you are getting back together, if somebody is coming back in, make sure that you are growing and that you are working together towards a better future, and we're not taking the past. That this has to be, it feels to me like this really has to be a clean slate, and we have to see how we can move forward here. Or are we too opposite? Are we moving in the same direction, or is it opposite directions? Do we have similar desires that are a little bit different goals? We have to be very honest about these things and not hide and bulk from these things if we want a serious relationship and seriously get back together. It can't be sunshine, roses, and naivety, okay? You have to be very serious about this, okay? That's what I just want to mention with Venus in retrograde. If you want that, you're going to have to really sit with it for a minute, think about it, and work with it. You can't be jumping here, there, everywhere. We got to face the elephant in the room. 3 of Swords, which actually came out reversed, so we can pull those 3 swords out, but we have to be willing to face them. We have to be willing to work on a better path forward. And if there has been infidelities, or if you don't feel you can trust this person because you know that they were talking to somebody else while you were separated, they were dating somebody else, or you heard this, that, the other thing, or saw this, you need to address these things and make sure, again, we're not carrying those fears from the past. If we want to give this a real shot, we both got to be open, honest, and willing to let that all go, willing to end something. And if they're not ready for that, this is your advice this week, is the Tower and Death. It's time for you to let go of any unstable attachments, unstable situations that you have built up to a certain point. It's time to say goodbye to old situations. And again, if this is just the past and what broke it down before, and needing to let go of your attachment to that and your fears that come along with it, and all of that past relationship gobbledygook that isn't going to help you moving forward, or past situations in terms of work, you have got to let that go. You've got to put an end to this Tower, knock it down, throw out what is not working. Because when the Tower shows up, you know, we have catastrophe. It feels like, yes, catastrophe coming in, but we have to let some things end here. Yeah, what has become too much to carry? What are you carrying, and what load are you bearing that you don't need to anymore? It's going to become very apparent this week, and you're not going to be able to ignore it. So your advice is to put an end to things, to let certain things die, to let things end that need to end, to have a rebirth. You have a chance at rebirth here, but you really have to let go of all the baggage, okay? You're going to be very aware of that this week. Whew. Big messages for you, Capricorn. Dang. Let's pull a Romance Angel Oracle. Forgiving and learning. Wow. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Beautiful message there. Let's pull a Lynn V. Andrews Oracle deck. That's okay. All right. Release. Wow, what a card for you. I kind of knew it was going to be this one. All right. Release. Anytime you are possessed by an emotion that you cannot control, know that it does not belong to you. Someone is sending negative energy towards you. Imagine that negative emotion is muddy water pouring down through your hands, legs, and feet and into the earth. Or take that emotion into your hands and release it like a hawk. Let it fly away. We tend to hold on to fears and negative energy in an addictive way. Release your fears and let power come into you. Create a welcoming void within through the power of release. Again, release. You've got to release, and you've got to really pay attention to what it is you need to release this week. Okay? You're going to feel it. All right, Capricorns, those are your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. All right, guys, do make sure to check out your monthlies. Do make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do want to book a private reading, guys, all that information is always right below this video in the description box. Do check out Truly Divine for some really amazing astrology and numerology chart analysis. They do compatibility reports that just are incredible. So you can use my code Deku30 for 30% off of any purchase that you make with them. You can use it as many times as you want. You can send it to as many people that can also use it as many times as they want. So use that, guys. It's also in my description box. And so if you are trying to get in contact with me on Instagram right now, I don't know what's going on. I'm stuck in this verification loop, and I cannot get on for even more than it's crazy. I get on and then I'm off again, and then I have to go through all these crazy things because Instagram doesn't have support or help and is not responding to me. So this has been a really frustrating and difficult time. So if you're wondering again, why I'm not responding on Instagram, why I'm not posting anything, it's because I can't get on right now. I don't know what the heck is going on, and it'd be great if a interface with billions of users like Instagram had support and help that actually responded, but they don't. So it's frustrating. Also, I just wasn't able to do the weeklies last week because I was sick. I still haven't gotten my results back because that's Florida for you. It's been over a week. They were we're going to get them back to you within 1 to 2 days. So who knows right now? And I'm feeling a lot better, obviously. So hopefully it wasn't that. But I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. Thank you again for all of your support, guys. Make sure to leave me a comment. Make sure to subscribe. And have a blessed week. Namaste.